YouTube, what's going on? I'm bringing you back another 450 video, and this time we're doing the KX450s. You already know we got the homie Zug with us. Today we're on 212 Moto Ranch. This is by the homie Eraaks. So big shout out to him. This is an actual unreleased track yet. It has not come out to the public yet. So big shout out to him for allowing us to ride on this track early. All I gotta say is it's a lot of fun. So I'm excited for this track when it drops. But yeah, so I took you guys' feedback from the last video, just basically on what I was looking at, from like the retention span and stuff like that, and we decided to make the video shorter. I went off the track too. We decided to kind of get to our points a little bit quicker, to be honest. Last video it ran pretty long, I know that, so I wanted to get into the topic of the 450 right away as we just rode the track. So with that being said, the first topic I wanted to discuss was the power. We have like 3 topics: power, suspension, and turning. So the first one is power, and all I gotta say is I think this is the best bike we rode so far. The power has been 10 times better than the Honda. Actually, not really. Maybe like 3 times better than the Honda.
It's like different power. The Cowie power just is like, it just keeps going. The Honda power is just all like down low.
True.
This one just keeps going and going.
Yeah, Zug just mentioned like it felt like a 250 almost. Or it just kept going and going.
At least, yeah.
But compared to the Yamaha, this thing like just blows the Yamaha out of the water. Like I thought the Yamaha was good until I rode this. Like this thing is powerful. So I would definitely say this has the one up on all bikes so far that we've tried, between the Yamaha and the Honda with the power. And I'm excited to see what other bikes have, because I don't know if any other bike is going to touch this power, to be honest. This is like, it gets up and goes like you said, and it feels very, very nice. And like, I'm not running anything like crazy. I'm running stock gearing. Oh, I just jumped off the track. I'm running stock gearing. I'm running basically stock suspension. So I mean, in all, I just fucked that up. Holy shit. Don't watch that. Oh shit, I just messed that up too. Okay, but I'm running stock gearing and everything like that. So I mean, it feels really good. The power feels really, really good. So definitely say the Kawasaki wins the power. So with that being said, we're going to the suspension. Now, as you guys know from the last video, we did not like the Honda suspension at all. It got better as we rode it, but I would just say the suspension coming out of stock was just very, very rough and bad and bouncy.
I'm still trying to find a good set of parts.
Yeah, to this day, and it's already been like 3 weeks since you started on that thing. But the Yamaha was way better than the Honda, but I have to give the Kawasaki a little bit more love, to be honest. As I say that, I go over the berm. But I would have to say that the Kawasaki suspension is, I would just say, way better. It soaks up better.
Yeah. I don't even know what to like do to it.
Yeah, I literally just put
like somewhat a little bit softer for definitely for aerial, but like I feel like on these tracks, like it's,
yeah, like I put 1 clicker up, kind of similar to how I did all other bikes. I just put 1 clicker up, trying to just kind of mimic the other bikes. And this thing soaks up everything. Even when you flat bottom, you're not bouncing. Like I've flat bottomed like a lot of jumps on this, and it just soaks it up very, very nicely. As he's riding the wall, it just soaks it up very, very nicely. And I would definitely say that the Honda doesn't do that. The Yamaha, we had problems with the bounce when you flat bottom stuff. So Yamaha didn't do that. So I would also give the Kawasaki the leg up on the suspension, dude. Just based on what we've written, like right there. Like if I was on the Honda, I'm dead. I'm just dead. I just soaked that up so well.
I don't know how I landed that one.
But with that being said, the suspension goes to the Kawasaki, and I think the trend here is just going to be with Kawasaki. I mean, and we're going into turning. The Honda, as I stated in the last video, it stood up a lot in the corners. For some reason, it just stood up a lot.
It's boaty. Feels heavy too.
Yeah, and then Yamaha, I thought the Yamaha turning was very, very good. So I would have to say that the Yamaha and Kawasaki are kind of matched. However, with the overall suspension being better, I don't know where the hell you went, The overall suspension being better for the Kawasaki, I think the turning is overall better. That makes you just cut the whole goddamn track. So I would have to give the turning to the Kawasaki just based on the suspension being better. But it does, like, don't get me wrong, this Kawasaki turning feels good. Like when you come into a corner, you can just lay this thing down and it like just soaks it up, and you can just haul through corners and through ruts. And this guy's flipping out. I'm gonna slow mo that for sure. But so out of the 3 points, I mean, I think Zug would confirm that power definitely goes to the Kawasaki. Suspension,
Honda close second.
Honda definitely close second. Honda's the second best bike for power, I would say 100%. Yamaha just lacks that power for sure.
Yeah, honestly, the Yamaha just felt like a 250.
Yeah.
Literally felt like a 250. It's weird.
And then what we got, suspension and turning both go, just like I said, to the Kawasaki. It just feels like an overall better bike, and which is funny too, because I remember our homie Peak, shout out to Peak, he said this thing is dog shit, I don't know why I'm riding it. And then he went back to his KT or Husky, excuse me, and then he got back on this thing and he's like, nah man, I was just kidding, this thing's pretty good. So I'm just like, what the hell, Peak? You're giving us false information, man. Why are you giving us false information? But I don't know, but I think this bike is actually pretty well, and I think this is very viable for a series, like a future series, maybe the FAR series coming up. I see, like, I wouldn't have survived that on the Honda for sure. I would have been dead.
TFC tracks.
TFC tracks with this is going to be insane. Now you can already see that this bike has been pretty good for the pros. I think a lot of good pros ride it. McChicken won the points leader in the Pro Series. So I did not have my hopes up for the Kawasaki just based off information I've heard. I mean, you survived that. Yep. Like, based off the information I've heard from other people, but I was pleasantly surprised on this bike for sure. So do you have any comments or thoughts for closing thoughts?
Sadly, best bike at 450 I've ridden so far. No,
That-
that's my Honda, but
And he's a diehard.
it was bad. Still struggling on it, by the way. I'm doing it myself, trying.
Yeah, he's a diehard Honda.
I got 33rd for aerial for qualifying, so we're 3 spots. So we're getting there.
Hey, that's fucking progress, man. So that is very happy to see. And he was on a Honda for that. So I mean, you got to give it up for him. So, but yeah. So overall, I think the KX right now is the best bike that we've tried. So I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say in the comments below. If you guys like the KX more than the Honda, let me know. Let me know if you guys basically want us to try another bike in the comments below as well. We'll make another poll. Last poll popped off, so we'll make another one and see which bikes you guys want us to try next. But so far,
Suzuki.
hopefully not. But I mean, maybe. Maybe. But so far, I really like the Kawasaki, so I'm excited to see what happens next in the next episode. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's way shorter. I know it's shorter, but I really hope you guys enjoyed our information and stuff like that, our insight. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Much love, guys.